Hey there, hobby homesteaders. Welcome back to Peaks Peak. We are all loaded up with somewhere to go. But that somewhere ain't exactly where I want to be going. Long story short, I broke the BX and I got to take it to Davis Equipment to get it fixed. But I'm sure they're going to take good care of us. So come along for a ride. Let's go see what we got to get into. Trailer brakes work. All right, let's hit the road. Yes, that was a Pontiac Grand Am with a four-wheeler in the trunk up onto the roof of the car. Oh, Kentucky. All right, guys, now listen up. This is future me after I brought my tractor back home. Here to tell you, you need to stick around till the end of this video because we have two important things to share with you about this whole experience. Put her neutral, loosen that winch. There we go. Now this is service.
Heck yeah.
I just get on, put her neutral, and they push me around.
We're gonna go right back in that left hole back here.
All right. Bring her in the shop. All right. All right, guys, so I got it here in the shop, and the diff lock is definitely broken internally. Something going on there. These guys know what the problem is, so they're gonna tear it down for me. And what are you looking for?
So internally, we're gonna look at all the linkage that hooks up the differential lock in there internally. So we know it's not externally. We check that pin, it's in there. So we're saying maybe it's the fork that's inside, yeah. Maybe it's those pins that lock that rear differential in. So once we get in there, we're gonna have to take a look at that. So basically what we're gonna do, take the ROPS off, take the seat off, take your fenders off, take the floor pan off. Once we get that, we'll probably push it back out, wash it down real good because we wanna get all the dirt, all the oil off of it so we don't get anything internal to the transmission. It's a good time to clean underneath your pan. So once we get that, we'll get the transmission out, probably about 45 minutes or so. Will's our expert transmission guy here.
Right on.
So he'll get about 45 minutes. Once we get up on the table, we'll start draining the fluids out and then get in there and take a look at it and see. While we're in there, we'll also check your brakes real good, make sure your brakes are good, because that's a good time to change your brakes, right? Because they're internal. So yeah, we'll let you know. Yeah, your brakes are fine, which is good, which means you're not using your brake, you're using your hydrostat.
Absolutely.
Very good.
That's good information right there. Once they get it tore down, I'm going to stop back by and try to get some footage and show you what's broken inside there so you can see how it works and see what's broken, and that way we can kind of learn how to take care of it, make sure this doesn't happen again. They've been kind enough to go ahead and pre-order some parts, so they got me in here right away. I called them and they said, yeah, bring it right down. They got me in right away. They've ordered some parts, so they're gonna make this quick and easy for us, and we appreciate that. They've taken good care of me here for sure. All right, guys, well, I thought I'd come inside Davis Equipment and look around. They've got all kinds of cool stuff here, and hats and toys and all the fluids and filters and everything you'd ever need. And they're trying to watch Peaks Peak Hobby Homestead, but they said that I have really long ads on my channel, which is good because that's what gets me paid. They've got these sweet Spartan zero turns, pretty much anything you'd want. And I also spotted a diesel RTV out front, and that's what I want next. One of these guys needs to cook up a deal and put me in one of those side-by-sides. That's what we need around the farm for sure. Look at that. Diesel side-by-sides. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, one of these days, I'm gonna go home with one of these. That's the lawnmowers. They've got all kinds of equipment in stock here at Davis Equipment. You gotta come by and check them out. Wow, look at that. They got the inventory here for sure. All right, heading out. Be back in a few days. All right, it's finally time. The tractor is done. We are headed to Ashland to pick it up. I'm excited. I've missed it. And they did good. They only had it for about a week. Well, hey there.
What's happening, buddy?
I'll come settle up.
Oh, boy. You brought lunch, too.
Yeah, right?
Have a good one.
Yeah, thanks again. All right. They got me all fixed up. Everything's perfect. And my diff lock was covered under warranty. All right, guys, we are back home and unloaded after our big fiasco with the diff lock. Guys, we took this tractor into Davis Equipment on Tuesday of last week, and today is Thursday. So they had it for just over a week, and they completely disassembled the transmission, diagnosed the problem, which wasn't too hard, and ordered in all the parts, got this thing put back together and cleaned up. They also replaced some O-rings and stuff that are kind of preventative maintenance. While they had it apart, they can leak sometimes, and mine weren't leaking yet, but they said they would recommend go ahead and doing that since we already had the transmission out anyway. I said, absolutely, anything you can do like that to save us having to go back into it later, go for it. So they took care of all that, got the machine all cleaned up, nice and neat, and sent me home with a running driving machine that has a diff lock that works. I could not be happier with the way all of this went down, because the Kubota BX has a 6-year powertrain warranty, and we were still covered under that. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I had any warranty left on it. I didn't even know exactly what the warranty was on it, but I just called them and said, hey, my machine's broke. What am I looking at? And they basically said, well, we'll check your warranty and we'll check your insurance, and then we'll go from there and we'll let you know. My tractor was still under warranty, so we got that repair taken care of. And so basically I spent 20 bucks to have my machine fixed, and that was for those O-rings that they replaced, which I will gladly pay. I could not be happier to drop 20 bucks. Now, the guys over at Davis Equipment were super friendly and super helpful, and they actually called me on Wednesday and said, hey, we've got your tractor all tore apart and everything laid out on a table here. If you want to come back in and do some filming and show what failed and some of the things that you need to know about how it works inside, so that maybe we can help some other people out so that they don't create this same failure in their tractor. And I was thrilled to do that. So that's one of the announcements I wanted to make right now is on Thursday of this week, we will have a video dropping that is all about the internals of the transmission on the Kubota BX. So we'll show you what broke on our tractor, all the metal shavings that were inside there, all the parts that they had to replace, and the links that they had to disassemble my tractor in order to make these repairs. So you won't want to miss that video. It's really interesting, and I think you'll enjoy it. The second announcement that I wanted to share with you is my tractor's got a new pair of shoes. I have been wanting a set of R14s on my tractor for a long time, but my R4s were not wore out. Now, I've had to replace a couple of fronts where I cut the sidewalls, but overall, they were still hanging in there, so I really couldn't justify the expense. But Jason over at Davis Equipment is so sure that I'm gonna love these R14s that he put a set on there for me. And he said, listen, all we want is your honest opinion. Share that opinion. We'd just like to know what you think of them. He basically said, listen, we appreciate you sharing information about the Kubota tractor and an unbiased opinion that is helping people see what it is that's great about these tractors. And we love that, so we want to support you in that. So they put a set of tires on my tractor, and that's pretty cool. I will tell you guys, I am planning a test where I'm going to use the R4s, work out some traction tests and things like that, and we'll do some comparisons, kind of see how they stack up. Now, I don't have a whole lot of equipment and measurement devices and all that, so it's not gonna be a real scientific test, but I will tell you, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. So be looking for that video. I think you'll enjoy it. But right now, I just wanna say thank you to the guys over at Davis Equipment for taking such good care of my tractor. Rob in the service department has been all over it, sending me information and communicating what's going on with the tractor, sent me pictures and all that. Will, their transmission guy, did a fantastic job on this. I appreciate that. They've got a bunch of other great guys in there, Steve at the parts counter and Ed in retail. And if I missed anybody that I met there, I'm sorry. I really appreciate the warm welcome that I got while I was in there, and appreciate what you guys are doing, taking good care of your customers. And I hope that people will see that and they'll come and support your business as well. So I will just close this video by saying, be sure and keep an eye out for Thursday's video where we talk about the internals of the transmission on the Kubota BX. Also, watch out for Tractor Tuesdays, because one of these Tuesdays we're gonna be dropping a tire comparison video, these R4s versus the R14s, and I think you'll enjoy that. If you're in the Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, tri-state area, don't forget to check out Davis Equipment for all your Kubota tractor needs, as well as Spartan mowers. They've got all kinds of great equipment there, and they have lots of equipment in stock. So, check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all have a good day.